What's going on, everybody? Hope you guys are enjoying this beautiful day. We're replacing the water pump on a 2011 Dodge Charger today with a 5.7 liter. So I'm pretty much, unfortunately I don't have a tripod or anything, so I won't be able to record myself doing it, but I'll give you updates as I run into it. Pretty much I'm going to start off with taking off the intake and then removing the belt. Probably removing the tensioner pulley and also the idler pulley, then removing the belt. But yeah, that's where we're gonna go. So I'm gonna start on that and then I'll give you an update. And we are back. All I did was just remove the intake housing. I left the intake box on. It's just sitting up there, the hose. But the next step I'm going to do is pretty much remove the tensioner pulley. Sorry, the idler. That's the idler. Then move the whole entire assembly for the tensioner pulley. Remove the belt. Remove the coolant sensor. The leak was way down there. I can't even. Pretty much right where the light's pointing. Right here. Noticed it last time before the car got parked, so I'm hoping it's the water pump, but either or, it needs to be done. The pulley's not bad, so, but yeah, that's a little update for you guys, and I'll keep you updated. Like I said, the next steps are going to be removing the sensor, probably removing also that bolt right there. Leave that tube for now. Get the belts off, get the tensioner and the idler pulley off, and then yeah, so we'll tune back in. I'll keep you guys posted, so stay tuned. Alright, got another little update for you here. So idler pulley's loose, tensioner pulley is loose. I'm going to be taking that off. This clip that was just plugged in here. There's a little red collar. All you gotta do is slide that red collar back. There's a little tab on the back side. You push down, and then it just comes off just like that. So unplug that. With this tensioner pulley, using an ordinary 3/8 ratchet and a 16th socket, it is a little long. Here, I'll show you the difference here. So I actually ran into the problem. This guy has saved me numerous times. It's a short, stubby one, which worked out perfect. It was hitting against the fan housing, so I couldn't get the ratchet in there. So if you don't have a short, stubby little 16mm socket and just an ordinary one, I'd probably recommend just leaving the tensioner, or if you want to pull the housing, by all means pull the housing. But you could leave this on, and it could come with the whole entire water pump too, and then just take it off while it's off the vehicle itself. Install it on the new one before installing the actual new water pump onto the vehicle. So that could work too. I also undid this bolt too, which it's just hand loosed. So yeah, thought I'd give you guys a little update there. So stay tuned. Alright, so we actually had to take the skid plate back off. Oh, it's a two-piece. I already had the other one off because I was planning on doing an oil change. But this little vent hose here, that's supposed to drain your coolant. There. Now, if we look on the back side, sorry, I'm just trying. This little flat deal. Where is it? There it is. So you turn that, and that's supposed to be a drain for your coolant. But mine doesn't work for some odd reason. So that's going to be a problem. Anyways, I had to take the skid plate off. I think I'm going to just unplug, or not unplug, but take that coolant hose off and just drain it that way. And then, yeah, it's going to make a mess, but fuck. It is what it is. And then that's where the bottom coolant hose is going to be taken off. There's like a half dozen screws for this skid plate. No, sorry, over 12 screws. I think there's like 14 or 15 screws that leads to the back. And then to take it in the front, to like take it off. On the fender wells, there's like 4 or 5 pop rivets. Actually, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's six rivets on each side of the fender well. So just thought I'd give you guys a little update again. Stay tuned. Haven't drained the system. We're in the process of draining it. So yeah. Okay, chat with you guys in a bit. And we are back at it again. So that was a mess, as I anticipated, 100%, just because I had to take the top coolant hose off completely, and then I left the bottom connected, but disconnected it on the bottom of the water pump, and yeah, it just went everywhere. But I mean, whatever. So check out the thermostat. This is what mine looks like. I mean, I literally replaced this like maybe a year ago. The seal's not too bad on it, but who knows, it was in there pretty good. So we'll see how much they are. Last time they're like $80 a piece. It's, yeah, not cheap at all for a bloody thermostat. So that's draining. I did pop this hose out. I might pop this O-ring off if my camera focuses. That O-ring, I might replace that if they got any in stock. If not, then I might just take it off, clean it up, get all the residual crap off and whatnot. But yeah, depending on how bad your guys' thermostat housing is, I would clean it up, see how rusted it is. I mean, it does have some residual in there. That's just from it sitting though. So if it's all rotted out or rusted, I'd replace that too. Same with the thermostat, because you're in there already, might as well. And the same with the coolant hoses and whatnot. If they're swollen or poofed up, might as well. But it's all based off price point too, right? So next step is pretty much we're going to be undoing this main bolt and then all the bolts around it. Now that it's all off and loose, and then pull the whole entire water pump out. And I will compare the old one with the new one and go from there. So, see you in a bit. And we're back. So, I say that a lot. I gotta quit saying that. I gotta find new something. Anyways, all the bolts are off. Took some time. I will admit this is by far the best water pump I've ever done in my life. Most easiest way ever. Here's the new one. So, same size heads, different length bolts all the way around. I definitely recommend doing this. Take any bolt you take out, you put in the new one till you take the old water pump off. Then you place all the all the bolts on the old water pump and go forward from there. I will provide a part number. This came off of Mopar's website versus the dealership, because the dealership was an extra $100, where with mopar.com or mopar.ca it was way better. Plus they have a $50 core charge. Of course they do, which doesn't surprise me, but we'll see if I can't get you guys propped up here. The process of here. Give me 1 sec here. See if I can't prop the camera up while I take the water pump off. There. Okay. I do apologize if the camera falls. I don't have a really good position on it. And I didn't have the bin placed where I wanted it. Of course not. Okay, well, make sure the bin's where you want it before you do that. But, you know. Or you just make a mess, one too. And why did I come that way? Because that's going to screw me, that's why. And the fountain. Okay. actually doesn't look that bad. Just crazy. I'm hoping that's where the leak was, to be honest. Anywho, just getting a new water pump anyways. Yeah, so now we're just gonna scrape all that crap off. Make her all pretty, nice and shiny. So, and then install the new one and see how good she purrs. So, yeah. Show you the difference here. I mean, they're not too bad. Like I said, the seal was leaking. Yeah, it was right here. That's where it was. Okay, perfect. That makes a little bit more sense. Perfect. I'm more happy about that now that I see that little drip and residue built up there. Awesome. Alright guys, well, I'll let you know if I run into any more problems. But yeah, pretty much just scrape the residue off, make it all pretty, install the new water pump, put all the bolts on, torque spec. I'll get down that when I put the new one back on. I'm also going to replace this because, yeah, the bearing, she sounds a little rough, so I'm going to replace that too while I'm at it. So yeah, thanks guys. And we're back again. So, new water pumps on. I decided to do the original, or go with the same thermostat, just because it's not even a year, well, it is a year old. But yeah, that's the new water pump. These are the bolts I just got installed from the tensioner and idler pulley. I will be replacing this guy down the road. That O-ring, I ended up taking off the O-ring. It's not cracked or anything, so I just cleaned it up and put it back. So yeah, that's what it looks like. So these bolts, every single one around, even the middle, it's 21 foot-pounds for the torque spec. So I'm gonna be doing a star pattern, or try and make up a star pattern here. So hit that one, then I'll do the middle last, I guess. So yeah, just a little update. Once again, I do apologize for not recording this and seeing it being done. It's just, yeah, I don't have I don't have an overhead like stand that could record. So yeah, it's actually not that bad. Once it's all back together, I'll take one final video and go from there. Thanks guys. When you are putting this thermostat back in, make sure you take like some old residual coolant that you drained out or whatnot. Just go around the seal with it and then make sure it's pressed in. I did have previously, whoever did the magnets on it before actually pinched this gasket and it started leaking on me. So that's what caused that. It actually caught between here and ripped the whole entire gasket. So yeah, just make sure it's pressed in. Make sure it's not gonna pinch or anything. So just a little tip for you guys. And we are back at it again. So it's all done, everything's put back together. Just letting it warm up, taking all the coolant. This is airlock, or sorry, not an airlock, but a little drain plug that you can undo and let all the air out. That way it fills up the system quicker, depending on how much coolant you drain, versus warming up the car, then letting it cool down and filling up your reservoir tank. So just letting you guys know that. Pretty much what you do is you remove that plug, keep putting it in until coolant comes out of that little drain plug, and then put it back in. I didn't do that because I didn't want to have coolant everywhere all over the new water pump belts, and yeah, so But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and stick around if there's more content. Till next time, take her easy.